Hey guys, Praveen here, and today I'm gonna show you how I auto layout this dashboard we have over here. So this has sidebars, some cards, some graphs, some table, everything. So I'm just gonna create a new page and show you how I auto layout everything. So probably this everything in this dashboard is auto layouted. So I'll just create a new frame of MacBook Pro 14-inch size. I'll name this as dashboard for now, and let's add the background color of zinc 950. Okay, I think that looks good. Okay, first let's add auto layout to this dashboard frame that we have here. So the auto layout has 8 padding top to bottom and 8 space between, 8 pixels space between. So that's fine for now. Okay, so first we'll start with the sidebar. I'll just copy all the text that we have here. So we'll have first overview, income, expenses, goals, reports, alerts. So these are like the sidebar menu item text. I'll just copy that over here first. Okay, so all these things we have here. So I'll just select everything and I'll probably hug all the contents for now, and I'm gonna add auto layout to this. Shift A, and I'm gonna change this to vertical, add some width to this, and probably some full fill container height. So this can be, how much is this here? 256. Okay, yeah, this can be 256 width. So I usually start with the text that we have. I'll add background color also, zinc 900, which should be good. Fine. Now I'll add some more padding to the whole frame, dashboard frame. That looks good. Okay. So I'll name this as sidebar. It's perfect. Okay. So first we'll add the logo over here. So the logo should come at first. I'll also change this position to align top left, and I'll add some padding to this also. I think 16 is good. Okay, and I'm gonna copy and paste this icon too. Okay, so I'm gonna add both the logo and the icon in auto layout. Move it to horizontal, fill the container, and I'm just selecting this box over here and hitting X, which will align it as space between, like this. So one will be in this side and another thing will be on that side. Okay, I think the sidebar header looks good. Now we'll go over the icons that we have here. So I'll just select all the icons and paste it here. Fine. Now I'm gonna auto layout all the icons together. So first I'll just auto layout it like this. You can also use variants for this, but I'll just use icons now. And this alerts alone, I'm gonna leave it like that because I have this 3 badge that we have over here. So I'll just copy the number 3 and paste it here, and I'm gonna add auto layout to this. So shift A. Okay, so now we have auto layout. I'll add a background of 500. I'll add some padding. Fine, and I'll select all these 3 and add an auto layout to that. Perfect. Okay, now I'm gonna select everything and move it to horizontal layout like this, and fill the container. Perfect. And I'm gonna select the text and make it as fill container, probably left. That's perfect. So here the text comes to this, and then we have the badge over here. Everything else it's full width. That's perfect. Okay, and I'm gonna add some padding that we have over here. So 10 on either side and height 34 pixels. That's perfect, I think. So let's add 8 first. We'll see how that looks, and 34 pixel height. Okay, and I'll add a background color for this one. It should be zinc 950. Okay, these two look very close together. These two are very close together. So I'm selecting all the sidebar list items like this, nav items, and adding auto layer to that. I'm reducing this to 4 or even 2. Okay, that looks good, and I'm adding some padding space between these header and the main navigation. Okay, yeah, that looks good. I'm just gonna reduce some padding over here. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's continue with the bottom bar, these things. So we have settings, a changelog, help, and my name over here. I'm just gonna copy paste that, and we have the icons, these icons. So the cog, this one, and all these icons. So I'm gonna copy paste that also, and we also have a 3-dot menu like similar to this one. Okay, so again, it's mostly similar to what we have over here. I'm just gonna auto layout all the things that we have, the bottom navigation elements, similar to what we did at the top. I'm gonna set all 3 of these and auto layout. Perfect. I'm selecting everything now and moving it horizontal. Yeah, that looks good. And I'm gonna add some padding to that. It's perfect. Full width, full container. Wait, I'm gonna select all the text and give it full container also. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Oh, I don't think this is centered, right? Yeah, perfect. Now it's centered. Okay. So I'm gonna add these also in a auto layout thing, and I'm gonna add maybe 8 pixels. What do we have here? Nothing. It's just 34. Yeah, I can do that also. So all the height is 34 pixels and there's no gap in between them. Okay, now we have to move these to the bottom. For that, we can select the navigation at the top we have here and the logo container that we have over here, and auto layout that together, and select the whole thing, center it, and press X to make a space between. So this all on the top and everything else is the bottom, and in the space between we have a good gap. Okay, now we need to add this circle thingy. So I'm just gonna select that. What do we have here? Yeah. So basically it's just this some, I think, concentrated circles that I added together. I'm not sure, but to make some gradient like this, like a fade in fade out thing like this, I added a rectangle which has linear colored thing, that gradient that starts from 0 to 100 and again to a 0. This should be 100, this should be 50. So it starts with 0% opacity white to 100% opacity white to again 0% opacity white, and I made that as a mask of the all the concentric circles that I have, which gives us the texture that we have right now. So I'll just copy it and paste it here, but we're missing one thing. First, it's getting out of bounds, so I'm gonna add clip content to the sidebar, which will clip everything. Next thing is it should be in the middle and it should be in the center. For that, I'm gonna add this one. It's ignore auto layout, or if you know CSS, this is called like an absolute position or fixed position. So I'm gonna click on ignore auto layout. It's now ignore auto layout, and you can basically position this wherever you want. I'm just gonna position it at the center. Yep, perfect. I'll ignore auto layout for this too, so that it's back to where they were. Okay, perfect. Okay, I think the sidebar is done. It pretty much it looks the same, and we have fully done it with auto layout everywhere. Let's move on to the main area. Okay, I'm gonna add a frame which will be full width and fill container. I'm gonna add shift A for auto layout. I'm gonna spread it a little between that. Okay, so now the gap is 16 pixels. Perfect. Next, I'm gonna add the search box. So let's get into the main area. I'll just name this as main area. Perfect. And I'm gonna add the text box over here. So here we have an search icon, text, and sparkles icon, maybe for AI. I'm just gonna select everything, add an auto layout, fill the width, and let's see how high this is. It's like 56. Okay, that's fine. We'll just add some gap and add some height to that. Let's add a background color also, zinc 900. That's perfect. And let's make sure it's centered on left. Okay, that's perfect. And fill this. Okay, I think this has, okay, yeah, this has more auto rating. Okay, the main area has some padding. We'll just remove that first. Okay, yeah, it's done. So this is just 3 elements: the icon, the text which is filled fully, and then an icon. Okay, that's done. Let's get to the text section that we have over here. Let me just set all the text that we have and bring it over here. Okay, that's a lot of text. Okay, I'll just auto layout everything for now. I'll still fill this. Okay, I'll move it on this spot. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so first we have the text like this. I'm gonna select all the monthly income thing we have over here. Everything selected to fill. I'm just gonna change that to hug contents or fixed height, just so I can update the height that we have. Perfect. And this one, great. I'm gonna add auto layout to these little stars that we have over here. Great. And I'm gonna move that to something like this. And I'm gonna add 2 pixels gap. Great. I'm gonna add auto layout these two now. So these comes under the stats bottom one. Okay. Perfect. This should be fill container with everything to the center. Okay, that looks good. And I'm gonna move this to the code that we have here. Okay, expense card, savings card, and the investments card. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm setting all the cards, adding a background of 900, adding some padding to that. Perfect. Okay, and I'm gonna select this frame that we have here and moving it to horizontal and fill containing it and adding some padding in between also. Yeah, great. Just different height because this has different height. I'm just gonna hug contents and I'm gonna add some padding to that. Perfect. Okay, I think that looks good. Great. Okay, next we have the to graph section. I'll just create the cards for that first. So here we have the financial overview and the total savings page cards. So the financial overview and the total savings card, I'm just adding some padding to that and making it as a frame. I'll set both of that and add auto layer to that, make it full width and make it full with fill container again. So this whole frame, that's the charts container has full width, and inside that the two quotes also has full width, so that makes it evenly split into two. I'm just gonna add some background to that so you can see. Perfect. Okay, next we have this tab bars over here. I'm just gonna copy the text, add it over here, and we need some padding too. Let's add some padding. Perfect. Great. Okay, this should be first. I'm just gonna select all three of that, add it in auto layout, reduce the text over here, and again I'm gonna add auto layout to the individual elements so that we can have a nice background like this, because this has padding over here and has some height. Let me go back here. Let's add some padding for this. Oh, this should be for contents. Let's add some padding to this, some padding to this. Okay, and this should be selected. Perfect. Let's reduce some. Okay, that looks good. Now let's select both of these things, fill container, and move it. Okay, yeah, I think that looks good. Now let's move on to the next section, which is this one. This is pretty simple. So I'm gonna select the total savings and this one, add auto layer to that, fill container, and make it split between. Perfect. Okay, next we have the chart section. So this can be split into three things: the side text over here, the bottom text, and the main chart section. So let's start with the bottom text. So I'm just gonna copy everything over here, pasting it. I'm gonna add auto layer to all this, move to horizontal, and yeah, that's pretty simple. I'm just gonna add a stroke on top, something like this. I'll add two for now, just on top. Okay, and maybe I'll add some height to this, not at the bottom, only the top. That looks good. Okay, so the bottom thing is done. Now for the sidebar, I'll do the same thing again. So we have all the text here, it's aligned to the right side. I'm adding an auto layer on top of that. Perfect. And I'm gonna add a stroke of zinc 950 to the right side, and again I'm gonna add some height to that, which will be 12 over this side. Okay, so now we have the x-axis and the y-axis. We just need this one, the main axis. I'm just gonna copy all the bars that we have. These are just rectangles. I'm gonna add it in auto layout, again move it to horizontal, move it to the bottom on here, so align bottom center. Perfect. I'm gonna move it to top, select these two, add it in auto layout, move this to bottom. That looks good. This should fill the container. Okay, that looks good. So the whole chart should also fill the container. Yeah, something like this. Maybe I can add, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Okay, it's perfectly 12. This should not have perfect. Okay, and I'm gonna close I'm gonna select both of this and add it to auto layout and reduce the height of this. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And I'm gonna add some padding to the right side. Oh, that's not working. I'll reduce this and update the width. Perfect. And this side too. Perfect. Okay, yeah, that's it. We now have the chart. We can do the same thing to this. So I'm just gonna copy all the text that we have first. Okay, I'm gonna paste that here. This code should fill container. Great. Oh, all the text doesn't have any height right now. Great. Okay, and it should be hub contents. Perfect. I'm just adding all this in auto layout for now. Great. Okay, and making everything horizontal and fill container, and it should be between. Perfect. Now we need to add the progress bar background. We can do this in several ways, but the easiest way is just to add a group like this. So this has a background which we can move like this, and the progress bar group has this background. So we're just going to select both of that and add it in a layout. But before that, I'll just copy paste this to somewhere over here. I'll copy paste it again to somewhere over here. Copy this again to, so it's $3,000 of 10,000, so that should be somewhere over here, and this should be perfect. Okay, so again we should auto layout all the progress bar on the title like this, and I'm going to select everything and reduce the height in between. Yeah, I think this looks perfect. Okay, so now we are done with the charts auto load. The only thing remaining is the table. I'm just going to copy this card, paste it again, make it full width, remove these tabs that we have over here, and remove the chart as well. And now we have the table card. So I'm just gonna increase the height of this, but as you can see, we don't have, you're not seeing the full height. For that, I'm just gonna select it and remove the clip content. That's all. So now we have the full height, even though the natural height of this main area is up to here. If we don't have clip content, it just goes. Perfect. So this table is pretty simple. I'm just gonna copy the header for now, all the text in the header. Perfect. And I'm gonna add that in a auto layout. You can call this the header, move it something similar to that, and yeah, perfect. So everything inside the header is fill container for now. Fill container for now. So yeah, so we have the header. We'll just move on to the next thing over here, which is these. So I'm gonna select everything and copy paste it for now. Perfect. Oh, not perfect. It's okay. I'll copy paste one by one then. Okay, we have the first section over here. I'll paste that over here, and I'm gonna add auto layout to that. Perfect. I'm making it horizontal. Great. And I'm gonna move this amount to the third section over here. Great. Okay. And this should be fill container, similar to this one. Oh, this is not fill container. Okay. Next, I'm gonna copy the seconds row that we have over here. Do the same thing. Move it like this. Fill container. Move the amount to the third section. Perfect. Similarly, we have the third one. Let me just select it. Reset. Yeah. Same thing. Perfect. And I'm gonna add fill container to that also. Perfect. And I'm gonna select the last thing that we have over here. Copy paste. Auto line and fill container. Perfect. Okay. So now we have all the text that we need in the auto layout. And let me just select everything again. So we have the header here, row over here, all the rows that we have over here. Now let's add auto layout to everything. I'm just gonna select everything and align at the front. We have 24 pixels gap, which is fine. I'll just reduce it for now to like 0 for now, and then we'll add it back again. Okay. So if you can see here, this table has bottom height. Each row has height of 56, and it has bottom border. The amount is right justified, and the action is all the way over to the left over here. So we are going to imitate that somehow. Well, let's go from one by one. We'll first add the height. So I'm selecting all the header and the rows, adding it in auto layout. I'm adding 56 as the height for everything right now, and I'm removing the gaps inside the table. This one. Perfect. We don't need 56 height for the header, so I'm just adding a little bit to that. Great. And all the header and rows should have a 950 as the bottom border, except the last one. Perfect. Okay. So the first column over here that we have should probably, let's select that, and let's give it a width of 200. Perfect. And this can be fill container for now, or let's give it 200 also, just so we have an evenly spaced out table. Let's select all this, make this right aligned because it's text, it's easier to read. 200, and this 200. Perfect. Now we'll add some more padding to this, something similar to this. I'm just gonna select everything, add some more padding. Perfect. Okay, yeah, and that's all. We recreated everything in about 30 minutes. It becomes easier as you do it. It's very, once you mastered auto layout, it's very easy. So yeah, let me know if you need me to auto layout more dashboards or even landing pages. Landing page doesn't need that much auto layout things, but yeah, let me know if you need more. And Let me know if you need to see a coded version of this, because I'm working on code for all of the dashboards that I'm doing. So let me know if you need to see some coding tips also. That's all for now. Bye bye.